All right, Hurricanes Nation, let's get into it. Obviously, this is your Hurricanes Game 9 recap. And in Game 9, the Hurricanes get the win over the Syracuse Orangemen, 38-10. That now improves the Hurricanes' record on the year to 7-2 overall and 3-2 in the ACC. The Hurricanes defensively had 3 turnovers today, which was one forced fumble, which was forced by Akeem Mesidor and recovered by Jacoby Thomas. The Hurricanes defense also had 2 interceptions, one interception by Jacoby Thomas, and an interception by Keontae Scott. And the interception by Keontae Scott was a 38-yard pick six. The Canes also had 6 sacks on the day. Here's what I'll have to pause it because that's a lot of sacks. So I'll pause and be right back. 1 sack by Jacoby Thomas. 1.5 sacks by Akeem Mesidor. So 1 sack by Jacoby Thomas, 1 sack by Akeem Mesidor, 1 sack by Keontae Scott, and then 1 sack by my boy Ruben Bain, and 1 sack by Dylan Day. All right, guys. And then Akeem Mesidor added in a half a sack to go on top of his full sack. Jadais Richard added in a half a sack. And Armando Blunt added in a half a sack for 6.5 sacks total today. For 6.5 sacks total today for the Hurricanes defense. The leading tackler for the Canes today was Jacoby Thomas with 5 solo tackles. Offensively, the leading receiver for the Canes today was Keelan Marion with 3 receptions. Your leading receiver for the Canes today was Keelan Marion with 3 receptions for 116 yards and 1 touchdown. Dalen Upshaw, I believe it is. Yeah, Dalen Upshaw had 41 yards. Dalen Upshaw added in 41 yards receiving. The other touchdown through the air was a receiving touchdown by our quarterback, Carson Beck. So, yeah, our other touchdown through the air besides Keelan Marion's touchdown was Carson Beck. Our other receiving touchdown was by Carson, but our other receiving touchdown was by our quarterback, Carson Beck, on a pass from our true freshman Malachi Toney. Rushing wise, Gerard Pringle was our leading rusher with 55 yards and a touchdown. Shamari Brown added in 40 yards. The other touchdown on the ground came from Francis Muagoye. Yeah, our other touchdown on the ground came from Francis Muagoye. And Carson Beck was 18 of 24 for 247 yards. 1 touchdown through the air, 1 touchdown receiving, no INT, no interceptions, and sacked twice. All right, guys, your defensive player of the game for the Canes is going to be Keontae Scott with 3 solo tackles, 1 sack, 1 INT, which was a pick 6. And your offensive player of the game is going to be Carson Beck, 18 of 24 for 247 yards, 1 touchdown through the air, 1 touchdown receiving, and no INTs and 2 sacks. Your overall player of the game, I'm going to give it to Carson Beck, 18 of 24, 247 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 touchdown passing, 1 touchdown receiving, no interceptions, and 2 sacks. The Hurricanes' next game obviously will be next Saturday, and it will be their last home game of the season. And that game, so the Hurricanes' next game is at home next week for the last game of the season at home against North Carolina State. Anyways, Go Canes, it's all about the U.